It's the
Hey,
live.
episode 14 with your co-hosts Ryan and Paul.
Hey, Paul and Ryan, you know what it is. We got a very special guest today. Very special guest.
Very, very special Chef Fendo
Hey,
is in the
chef,
house.
man, celebrity chef, fucking food connoisseur. I'm talking about meal prep guy in this place. You feel me? My boy Chef Fendo. He does it all. He does it all. He does catering. He does, he's working with go ahead, Fendo, run it down for him, man. I ain't gonna pump you up, bro. Go ahead, run down the resume.
Nah, bro, you good. Appreciate it. But now, I'm Chef Fendo. I do private events, private dinners, meal prep. I do my main focus is pretty much sports nutrition. That's what I got my degree in, and I do meal prep for professional athletes, some celebrities, and so on and so forth.
Who are some of your current clients you're working with right now?
My current clients right now is play for the New York Jets, Stephen McClendon.
Cool.
I have a couple of clients on the Atlanta Falcons team, Brandon Powell. I just got another client, CJ. I just got another client from the Atlanta Braves, Mike Shurick. Shork. I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
Our last name.
No doubt, no doubt.
But yeah, I didn't cook for some of the best, and I cooked for Jalen Hurts. I cooked for Nick Chubb, Sony Michelle.
Hey.
A lot of people. They come, they get they benefits, and they got to move on to the next thing.
Let me ask you a question, Fendo. Like, as far as because I know how talented you are culinary wise, right? So I want to know, man. Like, as far as your appeal to these, athletes who are performing at this high level, man. Like, what do you concentrate on, right? It's a balanced meal, right? So a starch, a protein, a vegetable, but like in your head, right? When you're preparing meals for these people, like, what do you concentrate on? Just so the regular, Joe Schmo can know as far as meal prepping.
Yeah, first off, you just got to start with stuff they're familiar with, stuff their mama used to make. I try to concentrate on comfort food, but it's really helped me tremendously. They feel more comfortable eating it, and I just put a small little healthy twist on it enough to where I can just be able to point out like, hey, if you eat this, this will be able to benefit you on the field, and you can go on, and it also diverses them into trying new things. That's my ultimate goal, because you have some football players out here, they don't even want to eat spinach.
Right.
Like, real talk. And I'll just put a little splash of vegetables here, splash of vegetables there, and then once they get comfortable enough, they just they end up liking the food.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Um, what's your favorite thing to cook, man? Let's run down the line, man. I want to know.
Man, that's the crazy. I get asked that question almost every day. But the thing about it is, I don't have a favorite thing to cook. I just like to cook because every time I cook, I learn something. Even if I didn't cook it 101 times, I'll learn something from it. It can be a small, minute detail that I can just be like, okay, I could have did this different to elevate this product. Whether it's color wise, because it might taste great, but the red is a little too dark. Okay, what can I do to lighten up this red pasta dish just a little bit? Or what can I do to char this the right way? What technique can I broil? Should I use a flamethrower or anything like that? It's more of an art to me. So it's whatever you put in front of me or whatever challenge I may face, that's what gets me. I just enjoy cooking, period.
How'd you get started cooking? What got you interested in the profession?
Man, professionally, I don't know what got me into professionally, but cooking just been a part of my family.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I was little, my family was the only family throwing any kickback, barbecue, like literally somebody could have just had got some type of good news, and my parents were the one to be like, hey, bring everybody over, we finna do something.
Hey.
and we was a part of that process as kids, of course. So
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time my dad, he let me make the potato salad.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Leo, I don't know about any other black families, but I know in
You
our
can't
family,
mess that up.
Come on,
you
come on.
cannot mess up the potato salad. If you
Hey,
mess
hey,
Yep.
the
who
potato salad
bringing the
up,
macaroni and who bringing the potato salad? Let's get real.
yeah. So, like my dad, he trained me on like making potato salad multiple times, and he finally let me do it by myself. The entire process, the presentation, and everything, and I killed it. And like
Hey.
everybody was coming to me saying, "Hey, you did a good job making that potato salad." Oh man, I ain't never had no potato salad taste like this, and that, and the third. And I felt it. That was it. I was what, 9 years old? I
Mm.
was 9 years old, and I felt that was the bug that had caught me. And ever since then, I was always somehow in the kitchen and involved somehow, and just trying to learn new things that would just bring out my potential.
Dope. Now, earlier you said color was very important to you, and that's something that I've heard from a lot of professional chefs. That to them it is like an art. You know, it is a canvas. It's like the food is kind of like like paint and like a paintbrush to them, and they really are making something visually pleasing for the person who is going to be eating or consuming whatever you're making. How important is presentation to you?
That's the number one thing out of anything, because when a person first sees the food, they they taste it with their eyes.
Yeah.
First of all, like if
Facts.
it's something, if anything is off, they're not gonna try it, especially when it comes to these athletes, because they're used to what they're used to. If it's off in any way, shape, or form, they not messing with it. They will go the complete other way. Ain't no talking to them. Ain't no nothing. They not eating it.
Right.
So that's why when like when you're plating and like you picking out the vegetable versus the protein versus the carb, you always want to look at the color contrast. How can I bring out the dish? So like it's like first impressions of everything. As soon as they look at it, they be like, okay, I'll try this and see how it is. But if it's something just small and they just not used to it at all, like for instance, if they see some seeds on some teriyaki chicken, they be like, "Yo, my mama ain't never did that." And that'll completely throw them off. So it's
Yeah.
like it's things like that, and you have to know your audience.
Right. Hey, as far as your, because you have these names that you take care of, and I know you were doing the Georgia football team for a while, right? Georgia
Yeah,
University.
on
Yeah.
the Georgia football team for about 2 years after I graduated.
Yeah, absolutely. So your entrepreneur experience, man. Since you jumped into the culinary world, you got your culinary degree, and I mean, obviously, cooking is like a natural thing that comes to you, right? You got a love for cooking. Like
Yeah.
you gotta have a love for cooking to be able to do it. But your entrepreneur experience, man, especially right now during COVID-19, man, how's it been, honestly? Like how's your how's that experience been for you, and how have you been able to either grow or how have you been able to step back and reevaluate what you're doing as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur, like during the COVID, of course, I had to take a seat, look back at things, evaluate the situation. But I will say that it brought out the most in me. Like, if anybody's getting pinned up in the corner, that's when their best potential comes out. And that's exactly what happened. I had to figure out a way, because I've been working for myself for so long after I left Georgia. I was like, I'm not finna go work for somebody else,
Right.
like I have to figure this out. That was like the best part about it. Like once you figure out what you need to do, and just find that target audience that you want to cater to, and receiving the benefit behind that. Like, you seeing where you making mistakes at. You can actually critique yourself on the business side of things. Like, okay, I'm spending too much money on this. I need to bring that down. Okay, this product is selling more than anything. I need to start pushing this product out more. Like it's certain things like that you have to look out for. And like another big part of my entrepreneur is my brother. My brother Clement Fenderson. He's been like I'm just a kitchen guy. Like just put me in the kitchen, in front of the stove, we good, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
On the business side of things, my brother, he has his degree in marketing and everything, and he's worked like many different kinds of jobs, from dishwashing on up to digital marketing for some major company,
Right.
and he's able to learn things from each experience and bring them into my business, and that has been the I think the most beneficial factor of my entrepreneur, because I'm able to learn from him. I'm able to get critiqued by him and not feel some type of way, not build up this wall of self defense. And I feel as though that's a problem with a lot of entrepreneurs now. They're not able to take that constructive criticism and
Talk to him,
digest.
Fendo. Talk to him.
They're not willing to digest it and
Right.
develop themselves into something better. Because like if you want to if you want to keep doing the same damn thing, go ahead, keep doing what you're doing, but you ain't finna make no money.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make money. Like if what you're doing is not selling or it's not appealing to anybody, you make and cook your ass off and all that. But if you don't have some type of savvy of finessing your way to getting your product to the consumer, that's gonna be the problem.
Now, what are some different things that you're doing now that you weren't doing at graduation? Since you were saying, you had to learn how to kind of adapt and, build that business savvy.
I had to listen more. I had to
Cool.
really open my eyes. And like I said, my brother, he's one of the biggest critics that I ever. It could be something that's I've created, and he'll just be like, "Man, you could have did better on this." And like he's not no food critic or anything, but his input is a high value to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's no different from the common customer. So if he says it's good, of course, then I'm like, okay, I'm on to something. Let me see where can I improve to, elevate me or separate me from any other chef.
How is I was going to ask, how has COVID kind of impacted your business? Are you still able to travel to your clients, or are you cooking the food and then kind of like freezing it and sending it out?
I have been blessed with the opportunity I had, and I actually got an investor.
Cool.
At the time I was like, all my NFL clients left, and I was maybe down to like maybe 3 clients. But one of them, he enjoyed the food so much, he actually decided to invest. And when he invested, I was able to get a shared kitchen space. And that way I was able to produce food, COVID safe, and deliver my meals, at a social distance. And that has been one of the things that has separated me from other people, and people are starting to look for in the market right now. Because if you like, they don't want you all in your face. If they want to leave it at the door or have a specific delivery time or the way they want it delivered. That's the things that you have to look out for and be able to cater to the customer, because the saying goes, the customer is always right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, to be honest with you, man, that's fucking excellent business savvy. It's like, if I'm an NFL player, I know all my boys who I play with are going to want, they still want to stay healthy. They still want to stay active. They still want that food regimen, right? Why wouldn't I invest and promote a guy that I met who's taking care of me to take care of all of them? I mean, you're making money in the same sense, but also growing your market share, right? Helping
Yes.
you out in the same sense, man. That's Jesus. That's amazing.
Yeah, and it was an amazing experience. And like through that entire process, I had to learn a lot about myself. And because I knew nothing about. Yeah, he wanted to invest, of course, but he wanted to make sure he was investing in the right thing. I had to sit there, come up with numbers, do a pitch, had to do the whole nine. It was like exactly like Shark Tank. Never been put into a situation like that.
Right.
And I really had to really dig deep into myself to actually sit there, learn, and be able to, how can I say it? Just talk, because I'm not that type of person. I'm to myself, and I had to seem confident in my product and make him believe that my product is gonna do what it's gonna do to sell in order to turn around the profit, so he can get his money back.
Right. Facts. Return on investment, baby.
Yeah, and
Now,
it was a major experience for me, and like I'm glad it happened. Like, and my brother, he coached me through it. He had told me things to say, some things not to say. He was pretty much like, get to the point. Like, we not worried about your history, none of that. Like, how are we gonna make money?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
The
What you
bottom
been
line, bro. The bottom line. That's it.
bottom line, what you've been doing, and why do you need me? And if you need me, what am I going to be doing? What's my money going to do to help you grow? That's it.
Facts.
the only thing that's important. I wanted to ask: are you working with a fixed menu, a set menu, or are you kind of switching things up based on the client?
I have my own set menu that I send out twice a week. I deliver
Hmm.
2 times a week, and I just create the menu off of how I feel, what things that I actually want to cook. And it's been a very great experience, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback, and my customers, I mean my clientele, they have no, like, I let them know that, hey, if it's something that you have a problem with, just let me know and I'll fix it. That's it.
Turn right onto East Harvard Avenue, then your
We're not
destination will
we're
be on
not
the right.
paying no small amount of money for that meal prep. Like, you got people paying like $300 a week just for some food Monday through Friday, and for some, just for some regular portion meal, maybe 6 ounces of protein, a cup of carbs and a cup of vegetables. To the next person, that seems like, man, why I'm spending my money on this? I can do this myself. But I had to make sure I had put out a product that separates my cooking from their cooking. It would seem like they be like, yo, there's no way I could have recreated this.
Now, speaking of regular portions, what's I guess, a quick meal suggestion that you can give us that we can kind of make at home or attempt to make at home during quarantine?
That's fairly
Something that would,
easy.
be healthy as well.
Like, but that's the thing. Anything can be healthy.
Yeah.
You just need to know what to put into it.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
Right.
that's an like right now. One of my clients, he's lactose. It was that's a very simple fix right there. Instead of using heavy cream or milk or 2% milk, just go grab you some coconut milk. You know what I mean? The product will still come out the same. You probably have to just a tad bit, but other than that, it's very simple. But as for something that y'all can cook, it's real simple. Grilled chicken, some asparagus, some roasted potatoes. That's my go-to. Roasted
Okay.
potatoes,
Roasted
asparagus.
potatoes, bro. Come on. Hey. On a sheet pan. You feel me? Seasoned up.
There's
Hey.
no way you can mess that up. And then
Right.
instead of using some type of saturated fat like canola oil or some type of vegetable oil, grab you some grapeseed oil or some avocado oil. Like, these
Hey.
oils are very beneficial to the body. Like, your body needs fat.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's what, you have a lot of people that they'll come to me and be like, yeah, I need a meal prep and I need this amount of fat and this amount of carbs, and I'm like, that's totally wrong. Who gave you this information? Because whoever gave you this information telling you that you just need to eat egg whites is totally wrong, because actually, you know, the cholesterol in the egg is actually good for you. So I highly suggest that you actually eat the whole egg instead of just eating egg whites.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you want those? good nutrients in your body.
Hey, on that note, Fendo, I got a strong question, man. And this might be taboo, but you get these nutritionists, right? Who come out here and give these people these plans and give these people these breakdowns, and it's interesting that you just said what you just said, right? Like that fat, because I know that for a fact too, right? That fat is what gives you the energy to go on throughout your day. If you don't have balance, uh, fat and nutrition in your diet, you feel sluggish during the day. You know what I mean? Am I wrong in saying that? I mean, you deal with a lot of athletes, man, so you know what will boost their energy up and what they look for as far as performance. So just, do a lot of nutritionists when they give these guys these breakdowns? Does it kind of like clash with what you would recommend a lot of times, or what do you think?
Well, some of the nutritionists that I've worked with, no, we've never clashed when it came to diet plans. We was pretty much always on the same page. And if it was something that I need to change, it's something very small. They'll probably want me to add a little bit something due to the body type of the guy. Like if I'm feeding the offensive lineman, of course he needs about 3,900 calories.
Right.
Versus like a punter who only needs maybe 2,200 calories. So like in that aspect, no, I haven't clashed with anyone. Like most of the nutritionists that I work with always give very sound advice. And if we do come to a disagreement about something, we talk it out. And I give my reasoning for why do I need to put this in the food for them to have it. Because you can have all the healthy stuff in the world in that plate. And they will sit there and look at it and flip the table over and be like, I'm not eating this. So would you rather for them to flip the table over and not eat the food, or would you rather have them consume an extra 200 calories, which they're going to burn anyway because they're such a productive athlete?
Right. They're going to burn that walking around the house.
Exactly. So, they burn these calories, they burn calories in their sleep,
Right.
So, it's
I'm not.
really, so you really have to be on the lookout for those things. And I've been, blessed enough to talk to some nutrition that has worked with some very top tier athletes.
Now, I'm not sure if you follow up with your clients in this way, but have you seen any improvements, whether it be, I guess, in their physicality or their performance on the field after you've worked with them for some time?
Yes. One of my clients, Stephen McClendon, he plays for the New York Jets, and he's personally come to me and thanked me and told me that, I feel so much better when I'm playing football. I don't feel sluggish. I feel more active. I feel faster. And actually, he was able to actually build muscle while he was losing weight. And so he felt more powerful and was able just more aggressive on his whole attitude and mindset. Just on food alone, was able to change him to be like, okay, this is what I need to be doing. I'm gonna stick with him and let him keep feeding me this food because the taste is great, and that's the key point. He don't want any bland food, so the taste is great. So it can taste like this and still be beneficial to me on the field. That's what I need, and that's what I want.
Exactly.
Have you My bad. I was just gonna ask, have you ever thought of I guess publishing any meal plans for the stay-at-home athlete for anybody to reach out and maybe, pay you in that way for something that they can do at home, even if you can't reach out to them and give them home cooked meals yourself?
No, I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
I'm still in the stages of building my brand, and it's a very hectic process. I have to juggle many hats. And it's but at the end of the day, it's still amazing.
You see, I'm trying to find my way to a Fendo meal.
Where's that, Fendo? Where's that? You need to cover the bill, man. Hey.
It's coming once I get everything set. And you know, once because like right now I'm in the process of building standards. You
Hmm.
know, in the beginning of this whole thing, I'm just freestyling off the top of my head. You know, I can do this, I can do that. But
Right.
now that I have clientele coming in, reaching out to me, and they, you know, they got their list of demands or list of allergies, I have to come up with some certain standards for, you know, not only myself. So,
Hmm.
let's say I made some type of chicken with some rice and some type of green bean or anything like that. That product has to be the same exact way the next time I make it, because if it's not, is gonna they're gonna be like, yo, something was different about
Yeah. Hey,
this.
consistency is key.
Yep.
Yeah, like you say, consistency, and that's the thing that a lot of people look for when they're reaching out for meal prep. They are you constantly on time? Are the meals constantly good? You know, is the presentation constantly on point? Like, am I gonna constantly run into problems? Because if I'm gonna constantly run into problems, I can take this money and go somewhere else.
Exactly. Exactly. So I got a two-part question, Fendo. First of all, I want to know what your favorite dish is, right? What your favorite thing to cook is, and second of all, for the people at home who are listening, who are going to tune in to this, what do you recommend for them on some quarantine, on some lean? You know what I mean? They're just taking walks, they're riding bikes. Like, what do you recommend for them to do? But first and foremost, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Man, I have errors of that. Like, you know, at one point in time it was steak. Another point in time it was fish. But right now, my favorite thing to cook is lamb. Like any part of the lamb, leg
Come on.
lamb, lamb. Like I'm trying to plan an event where I can actually cook a whole lamb and have people come over, and like I don't know what it is about lamb, but it just tastes so good. I think it's the fat content in lamb, but still having that beef texture.
Exactly.
So that's if I had to choose one thing, the last thing that I could eat right now is definitely lamb.
All right.
And for the
I'll
people
rock
at
with
home,
that.
and for the people at home, man, drop it on them, man. Like,
Oh
give
yeah.
them some tips, give them some, you know, some
Um,
Fendo knowledge.
During this quarantine, of course, you're sitting around a lot. You know, you're not doing that much, especially if you're working from home. I highly, highly, highly suggest sticking to very lean proteins. Stay away from beef because it's harder to digest. You know, in your system, it just takes a lot more for everything. It makes you feel sluggish. You know, it takes away from your energy because it's so hard to digest. You know, if anything, they need to stick to chicken, like boneless, skinless chicken thighs, skinless chicken breasts. Um, Also turkey, like you know, ground turkey, turkey breast. And if you feeling like you're missing out, if you're feeling like you're missing out, and you want to get some type of fat in your system, anything like that, you know, just grab you some duck, the breast preferably, because any other part is gonna be too much. But if you stick to that, also fish as well, especially
Yep.
like salmon, cod, grouper, snapper.
God.
But yeah, like grouper, snapper. Like if you're sticking to like good white fish, besides tilapia, I don't know where this fad came from with tilapia.
That's a fact.
Stay away from tilapia. Yes, it's cheap and you can fry it up real quick, but if for my personal preference and the preference of my clients, they will prefer to stay as far as way they can from that. Well, but as for vegetables, any vegetable is great. Carrots, green beans, even collard greens if you fix it the right way. Um, what else? My favorite is definitely zucchini and squash and peppers. Like if you just get a nice olive oil or grapeseed oil and sprinkle over there, and you can get your whatever seasoning you can grab from the store that's already pre-made. Just sprinkle it over and give it a nice grill. and get that caramelization in there, you're golden. As for your carbs, of course you want to stick to the best is sweet potatoes, of course, because it's slow burning carbs. But if you're not a sweet potato person, get some red potatoes, some fingerling potatoes. They have purple potatoes, which I like the most. Is roast them off. It gives a different look. It's like you're eating something new, but it still tastes like a russet potato. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man.
Now we got a little less than 3 minutes left. I guess let us know where we can find you online, and then tell us, I guess, what you got coming up next. What's next for Fendo?
You can find me at yeschef_Fendo and on IG. The same goes for on Facebook. I'm on those two platforms right now, just building content, letting my clientele see different things versus my meal prep and my private events that I do for them. Besides that, I also, excuse me. Besides that, I'm also building my website right now. It's yescheffendo.com. You can go there and order your meals. But I will say it's still under construction right now. It will be up and ready by next month, and people will be able to buy meals from that site that will be very nutritious and healthy to them.
Yeah. Hey, we got Chef Fenderson right here. Chef Fendo, celebrity chef. Hey, dropping some knowledge on us, dropping some knowledge about nutrition on us. It's the COD. It's Ryan.
Episode 14.
That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
Full speed ahead. You know what it is. Thank you, Fenderson. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming on, Fendo. Seriously.
Nah, thank you, bro.
Hey, check out the end of the COD. We're gonna have some footage. Fendo gonna provide us with some footage of some recipes he put together on some. Hey, check it out. We here.
Keeping us healthy. Thank you.
Let's get it. The COD.
Peace.